You're listening to the Passionista Podcast, episode number 51. Welcome to the Passionista Podcast, where we believe that passion is everything. I'm Lindsay Nadler, empowerment coach and leader of the Passionista community. Here on the podcast, you'll find inspiring stories of women who've turned their passion into a reality, as well as the best coaching tips and resources so you can do the same and walk out your calling with confidence. All right, Passionista, let's get to it. Well, hello, Passionista. I am so excited. We have approached episode number 50 whole episodes on this podcast. And listen, I can say this, I wish I would have started this podcast sooner. This has been one of the most incredible tools for my business, which is such a lesson to you. Do not wait until you're ready. Don't wait around because you feel like the tech stuff is going to hold you back. I figured out how to do this podcast based on free YouTube videos. So remember, Google University and YouTube University are your best friends. And I just want to say thank you. If you have been listening to this podcast for a while, or maybe you're new, you've only listened to a couple of episodes, I want to say thank you so much. I truly put so much thought and energy and effort into making sure that you get the best tools for your life and business every single Monday. And you hear women who are real. You hear women who are vulnerable. You hear stories of women who are chasing their dreams and have learned how to make money doing what they love. They've learned how to make their passion a reality. They've taken risks. They've figured it out. And the hope here is that you can see what's possible for you, that you can hear these stories and say, if she did it, then I can do it. Instead of looking at your sister and saying, oh, well, I'm not her, and comparing yourself, say, why not? Why can't I do what so many other people have done? So I want you to know that I am so grateful to have you as a listener. And I wanted to take just a minute to highlight some of the reviews that my Passionistas have left. The first one comes from Jack Feb 2008, and she says, this is my morning mirror time podcast. Cannot say enough good things about Lindsay and her pouring out of totally on point information. Love that she tells it like it is, and I always have a put it into action takeaway after listening to her podcast. And this next one is from my girl Kat H, and she says, this is life-changing. I dare you to listen to just one podcast and not feel Lindsay's passion for helping female entrepreneurs. She shares her vast knowledge and experience as a life and business coach because she truly wants other women to succeed. I've been so impressed with her podcast that I joined her Passion to Profit Business Academy, and I couldn't be happier with the decision. Thank you so much, Kat, and it has been so incredible to work with you inside of the Passion to Profit Business Academy. And so today, what we're going to talk about is I want to give you some insight on how to use social media, particularly if you are in a direct sales business, network marketing, MLM, whatever verbiage you identify as. I want to bring you into what it looks like to use social media as a network marketer in a way that's authentic, in a way that you sell without selling, and a way for you to make more money, sell more products, and build your team, which is the reason if you are treating your business like a business that you got started in the first place. So I want to kind of tell you my story a little bit with this episode today, and then give you some practical tips on how you can use social media to effectively and like in a non-cheesy, slimy, salesy way to grow your business. Because I see so many people not utilizing social media at all for their business and really kind of treating it like a hobby and using social media really as someone who's just using it as a personal account. Like there's no rhyme or reason or intention or anything like that. It's obvious that they're not positioning themselves as an authority. They're not really taking it serious. And then they wonder why they're not growing in certain levels or they're not selling more products. So there is this balance between treating this like a business, resting in abundance, and really using social media to do this in a way that feels good. So I want to talk with you about that today. I see so many people not doing that, or I see on the other side, people being so weird, People with no marketing experience, no no real clue what they're doing, and they've listened to some cheeseball tell them to cold message people, and they're desperate and it's obvious, and it's like they're talking nonstop about their product, their company, their company, their product, their company, or their company, and people are like, unfollow. It's so frustrating, and you guys have probably experienced this where you've gotten a cold DM, you've gotten a cold message from someone you haven't talked to in years. There's no rapport, there's no relationship, and it's like, hey, buy my stuff, or hey, join my team. It's like, no, thank you. And if you have done that because someone taught you to do that, listen, there's no judgment, there's no shame. I just want to teach you a better way, okay? Because we don't know what we don't know. And I think a lot of times people that get involved in direct sales, entrepreneurship kind of just happens to you. You get involved in a company because you love the product and you think, yeah, I mean, I can share this with other people. And that's what is sold to you, right? When you listen to a presentation, like from the company presentation or from someone who's talking to you, they really just kind of paint this picture like, yeah, just share with friends and family. And it's just going to blow up, and you're going to sit on the beach drinking a Mai Tai, and you're going to make, $40,000-$50,000 a month. And sometimes this picture can get painted in the direct sales industry that you don't have to treat your business like a business in order for it to pay you like one. And that's a lie, my friends. And so the biggest thing that I see, and this is true with anyone really, is that you think you're treating your business like a business, but you're not. You're treating it like a hobby. And you're expecting things to just happen without being strategic and focused and having some type of plan every single day, every single week, every month, every quarter. And so let's talk today about what we can shift, especially in our social media presence as a network marketer. So the first thing that I see is someone who is not using social media to provide any type of real content or results for their people. So here's what I mean. I will see people post things where it's this generic thing that their company gave them, or they copy pasted another leader's post, and it's not authentic. There's no story involved. There's no results given. There's no education. It's just like, here's my shake, or here's my oil, or join my team. And there's like this picture of it. And there's no reason for me to take action on what they said. They're not giving me any type of result of the product that they're selling. So one of the things that you can do if you're in network marketing is you want to become an authority. You want to become someone who educates people on the results that they can experience. And you want to do this without mentioning your product. So for example, let's say you are into essential oils, or it's health or travel or whatever. You want to talk about why that person would want it. Remember, stories sell, facts tell, and you need to be constantly putting the results in front of people. So educate me on what it looks like to have less stress, what it looks like to get my mind-gut connection in balance. What does it look like for me to have a quick workout every day? So start talking about things that are related to your product and company, but aren't your product or company. So we build content around that. So let's say you are selling a protein shake. Maybe you come up with like 10 different recipes that you could make with it, or ways that you can make sure that you get breakfast every day. The point is for you to deliver content consistently, consistent, strategic content that educates people, that inspires people, or entertains people. Those are the 3 content buckets that I teach people to stay in, that is complementary to your product or to your service. That's how people will begin to trust you, begin to say, oh, she knows her stuff. She's in an industry. You become an authority. The second thing that I see a lot of people doing that you can switch today, And I would love to see if you do this. For sure, tag me on Instagram stories at Lindsay Nadler. And if you're not following me there yet, hello, go do that. But the other thing that I see is there is no like branding. There's no personal brand to your social media accounts. It's like haphazard. There's a bunch of ugly pictures everywhere that don't make sense, or like you got it off Pinterest you got it off Pinterest, or you skimmed it off the internet, and nothing is branded. You're not creating a culture. You're not creating an environment. So here's what I want you to think about when it comes to your social media accounts, whether it's your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Instagram. Primarily, I'm just going to chat about Facebook and Instagram, since those are typically the two biggest places that people hang out. Is like, you want to view your profile, whether you have a personal account or a business account, as your real estate. If you had a brick and mortar business, you would be paying attention to how the outside of it looked, keeping it clean, the music that was playing. Think about this, guys. When you go to a restaurant, it's atmosphere, right? That's creating a culture. When you walk in certain retail establishment, there's an energy, there's a culture that has been very strategically created with the ideal client in mind. And what I see a lot of times is people don't think about that at all. Like when new people land on your Instagram account, when they land on your Facebook page, do they know immediately what you're about and what you do? Like the 3-second test. If you confuse, you lose. So we want to create an environment for our ideal client. So I'll see things like, and guys, don't listen, just be teachable. Don't think I'm judging you. Like if your profile picture is a picture of your 2 cats, or is like a picture of like the woods behind your house, I'm like, who is this person? Or it's a picture of like your nephew or your grandkid, or like a picture from like 20 years ago. Like that's all great, but that's not someone who's using social media to build a business. I need to see a picture of you. On your cover photo, I need to very clearly know what it is you do and how I can get my hands on your product, or how it is you can help me. Are you someone that I want to follow? Am I interested in your content? Am I interested in your vibe? And am I interested in how you're going to educate, inspire me, entertain me? So be intentional about your brand presence. For many of you, you do not view yourself as a personal brand. You think you just talk about your company, your product. Here's another tip. You shouldn't be putting your company logo, your products as your profile picture, as your cover photo. Immediately someone's going to judge that and maybe go the other way. You want to be a personal brand that is providing so much more than buy my product or join my team. That actually repels people. Okay. Listen, no one woke up today and said, I want to buy your shake. I want to buy some oils, or I really want to join a network marketing business. Like no one woke up today and said that. It's a process that you drip on people. It's a community, a culture, a tribe, and a vibe that you're creating on social media. So be intentional with that. In the business world, in social media world, there are 3 things that people are looking for: like, know, and trust. Every single day, you're developing that. And what I see a lot of people in network marketing doing is they don't have a strategic way to do that. They don't have a content calendar. They don't have a marketing calendar. They're just flying by the seat of their pants, throwing spaghetti up at the wall, or copy pasting what their leader's posting and expecting to get results without creating their own brand, without niching down and creating their own community. So I think it's important for you to do a quick visit of your social media account profiles and go, would I follow me? What am I providing here? Am I educating, entertaining, or inspiring? Is this cohesive? And that brings me to the next point when we talk about, would you follow you? A lot of you guys struggle with this. I know, because you've sent me messages, and this is true regardless if you're in direct sales or not. A lot of women struggle with, my life is boring, so I don't know what to post. My life is boring, I'm just kind of living my life. Why would anyone care? And what that is rooted in is a major, major lack of confidence. Listen, people are on social media because they want to connect with everyday people. Just bring people into your life. And I just believe that there is something inside of you that's like you're passionate about, right? That fires you up. Hello. It's like what this whole podcast is about. Start talking about that. Start talking about what lights you up. If you don't know what lights you up, start hanging out on this podcast. Go listen to some of the earlier episodes on how to find your passion, the stages of that. Get off of autopilot. Start talking about what lights you up. Listen, when you do that, you're either going to attract or repel people from you. And this is a big thing because in network marketing, sometimes we have this scarcity mentality. And this is true in business as well. It's why people don't want to niche down, because you feel like, well, if I'm going to be losing money if I turn people away. So I'm going to talk to everyone. I'm going to be real basic. I'm going to be vanilla. I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I can't really share my real life. I can't be vulnerable. I don't want to share my story. And that's why you're not standing out, because you're trying to get everyone to like you. Instead, be your most authentic you. I'm not talking about being a hot mess express drama every day and creating that. I'm talking about tell your story. Share things that God is speaking to you. Share the things that light you up. Share the reason why you got started with this company and product in the first place. Share your story and share it over and over and over again. Try to weave that into everything that you do and everything that you post. So I want you to begin to look at what's the culture that you're creating, what is the content that I'm creating. And I've got one more C for you, okay, if you're following this whole train of thought. So we've talked about what's the culture, what does your social media profile, your online real estate, what story does that tell? View your social media profiles as your online real estate. So your culture. And then what's the content that you give? Does it make sense for your ideal client? Do you have an ideal client? Have you niched down? I would encourage that you do that. I would encourage you to think, who are the people that I actually love to serve and want on my team? Is it young moms trying to lose the last 10 pounds? Is it couples who want to travel the world? Is it empty nesters that want to earn some extra income in their retirement years? Think about who your ideal client is, who you want to work with, who you actually want on your team, and speak to that person. And so you're creating a culture. You're creating content that's educational, entertaining, or inspiring. You're showing people your life, showing up daily. And that leads me to number 3 is connecting with people authentically. Listen, social media is called social for a reason. So here's what I see so many people doing. It's like 2 big extremes. Either they are the creepers, so they just watch and watch and watch and watch stuff, and they scroll and scroll and scroll, but they never comment, they never like, they never share, they're not active in any groups, they're not actively engaging on other people's accounts. Or you see people that are so spammy, salesy, and pitchy. There's no relationship being built. It's immediately slide in the DMs, join my team, join my group, try my product, blah, blah, blah. Instead of genuinely connecting and building a relationship with people and then asking and inviting them to join you on that journey. If you can view sales as invitations and that I'm not convincing anyone, I don't have to. Do you want to come with me on this journey? Like standing in that total confidence and know that like the people that are on my page, my Instagram, I am connecting with them. If someone DMs me or responds to one of my stories, I respond back. If they comment on my stuff, I comment back. I go and strategically comment on people that I feel like would be my ideal client and is a part of my tribe. I go comment on their stuff. I'm going to be wise in who I follow. Okay. Not saying you have to follow every person that follows you, or you have to comment and go comment on people's stuff that follow you, but like, how are you genuinely building connections with real human beings? And because this person knows that I've sent them a voice note, I've had an actual conversation about real life stuff, that I'm genuinely in relationship. I'm not just like doing my thing and then out of the blue sending them a message to try my product or join my team. Okay. So you have to create a culture. You have to post strategic content that's educational, entertaining, or inspiring to your ideal client. And you have to build genuine connections. This is relationship marketing. So you need to look at, what relationships am I actually building on social media? I am blown away every single day by the people that I've met through the power of an app on my phone. And I genuinely have conversations in the DM. I genuinely want to know what people think about certain topics. I genuinely create content for the people that follow me and are a part of my community. See, it's not just about you. It's about the community and the connections that you are making. Listen, friend, if you don't know this already, your connections are your currency. Let me say that again. Connection is currency. Confidence is currency. Okay, so look at those things. Are you showing up? How can you show up today? Sometimes that's the thing. Instead of just mindlessly scrolling, instead of just looking at what everybody else is doing, how do you need to show up in your business? How can you position yourself as an authority? How can you bring people into your life? How can you provide content that is really valuable to people, that's complementary of your product or your company? So I hope that these have helped you today. We are literally like just skimming the surface. And the good news is that I have actually created a masterclass just for my network marketing gals. And it is this Thursday, June 28th at 12 noon Central. There's going to be a link in the bio for you to grab your spot, but you can just go to bit.ly/direct-sales-MC. I've made this super affordable for everyone, so be sure that you share this with your team. We're going to do a live masterclass. If you can't make it live, it will be recorded and sent to you within 48 hours, and I'm going to bring it to you straight, per usual. So if you are struggling in your network marketing business, if you want to learn more about how to use social media to effectively sell your products without selling, to grow your team, and to hit that first level in your company, then I want you to join me. And if you didn't know this already, this is part of my story, but you may be new here. I got started in a direct sales company in 2009, and I became a six-figure earner within 3 years, and to date have almost earned $1 million. We did the numbers about a month ago and realized that. And so there's a lot of wisdom for you to glean here. There's a lot of tips and strategies that you can use to build your business in 2019. So many of you are trying to build your business using outdated, old school network marketing practices that really need to go back to 1985 where they came from. I'm going to teach you how to do this in a way that is authentic, that works for you, and is using the thing that 80% of people are on first thing in the morning and right before they go to bed. They're on it all day long, which is social media. And so if you are not utilizing social media to build your business, then it is time to get with it, my friend. So, okay, I want you to visit the link in the show notes to get signed up for that masterclass, and I will see you there. Until next time, I will talk with you soon. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. And because I am so grateful, I want to give you something for free. Head over to lindsaynadler.com where you can download my completely free confidence affirmation and mantra that you can use every single day to instantly boost your confidence and renew your mind. And if you are loving all of the free content you're getting here on the podcast, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and share this episode with a friend, because empowered women empower women. I would love to connect with you on social media. You can find me at Lindsay Nadler on every social media platform. Until next time, I'll talk with you soon.